Hi guys, it's Tim from Advanced In-Car Technologies, and today we are doing a little video on the auto headlight upgrade. Now this can only work if you've got halogens, so if you've got bi-xenons or the 4Motion, you can't do it with this particular kit because it doesn't have the right plugs. So in a previous video I showed you how to remove this light switch to be able to check the connections so you can send us pictures, etc, etc. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take it step by step. I'm going to guide you through how to do it, and this is ultimately what we're going to be fitting. So we've got the auto headlight switch that's going to replace this. We've got the main module with the connector that goes into the new switch, and then we've got your light sensor just here with the 3M pad there. That's going to go nice and neatly up around here somewhere. So I'll break it down into sections. I'll stop and start the video so you can take it at your leisure, and then we can go from there. So first and foremost, it's dismantling the kit job. So you're going to need a trim tool. All you do is you get access to your panel, you pop it off just like that, and you've got access to that. As before, if you want to get out your headlight switch, you just push in and twist it. On some versions of this it's quite difficult, so you have to really make sure it's on the 0, push it right in, move to the middle, and then turn it off again. Now, as always with anything like this, make sure you do remove the keys from the ignition. Then you've got 2 pins here, push them either side, and there we go, and that's it removed. Now what we're going to do is just quickly pause the video so I can get some other bits apart. We're going to plug in the new light switch, the module, and then just feed it up here. You can take out the A-pillar to make a nice neat job because you're going to want to go a bit further around, but we'll show that up in the next part of the video. Okay, so once we're at the next stage, you grab your module, you cut the cable ties so all your wiring's free. The loom that was here, I would just pull it out to the side. You just line up the connectors. It's pretty self-explanatory. It can only go in one way. You clip it in, get a nice firm click, and then you then have to mount this module behind the scene. So we'll give you some cable ties so that you can do that yourself. So just get it behind, get this poking through here because that's what we're going to need, and that's behind there. So with this light sensor, the best way to do it, and the quickest and easiest, if we were doing this professionally and you paying us to install it, we would take all this apart, take the A-pillar out, so that it's a nice neat install, because there's no point routing it all the way up to where it would go from factory. Okay, so once you've got your wiring up here, you just need to feed the cable around. Like I said, if you're just doing this as a DIY, it's a pretty easy way of doing it. Ignore the Dalek, and then I don't want to push it all the way in on this one because I'm going to take the kit out in a second. So you've got your 3M pad, literally just take it out, and all you're going to try and do is you're going to try and fit it as close to the windscreen as you can, and you're looking for about there near the speaker cover. So once it's there, stick it down, clean the surface with an isopropyl wipe, and it'll be nice and neat. Okay, so once you've done your nice neat hiding away of the cables, all you need to do is just pop this panel back on. Really simple, just goes in there. You've got your clips that you just have to bang home. And there you go, and then you've got your cable. Grab your new switch, make sure it's on the 0, and simply just plug it in. Can only go in one way. Make sure that it depresses at the back. You want a nice click. There you go. Stuff the wiring back in, and then simply just push it home. These do take a bit of effort to get in, but once you've got it sorted, and now that's your auto light switch in, connected, and working hopefully. And you then have to program the module, and I'll go over that in the next step of the video, and it's by doing auto off, auto on, and all that sort of stuff, but I'll just explain that in the next step. Okay, so once you have got everything all back together, nice and neat and installed, this is the programming side of things. So if you ever accidentally reset it or anything like that, then you can do it this way. So we will put the information on the website, but just so that you can get a feel for how to actually do it, I'm just going to run you through it now. Okay, so the first programming we're going to do is to be able to set the auto function for the headlights to on. So what you need to do is with this is you will need the ignition on, so just put it to the first stage, so all your lights and your stereo and all that sort of stuff will come on. And then what you do is you go from auto headlight, which is what you're going to have it on anyway, to headlight, back to auto again. And I don't know if you heard it, but that's the 3 beeps, so I'll just do that again. So on auto to headlight, back to auto, and then you've got your 3 beeps. And basically what that's done is that's turned it on. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate how the auto lights work with this new module that we fitted. So as I mentioned, I didn't fit the sensor earlier because I wanted to do this test to be able to show you how it all works. So first and foremost, we're going to just cover the sensor with my hand, like that. We're going to unlock the van. So at the moment, the van now thinks it's night time. So unlock. And as you can see, the headlights have come on. Now something to note with this auto light module is because the van thinks you've accidentally left the lights on, which we haven't because the module is doing the work, it will beep at you a couple of times, but then it will shut up. So it's nothing really to worry about, but it's something to be aware of. Now, the lights have just gone off, and now using the programming feature, you can change the time that it then stays on for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up so it can see the light, turn the ignition on, and as you can see, the side lights have now just come on, not the main headlights. And bearing in mind the module is now on auto, so what I'm going to do, cover the sensor up again, and in a few moments it's going to think it's night time, and we'll so my hands are here, and there you go, the lights have automatically come on, so this is representing night. Or going through a tunnel, so come out the tunnel, the sensor sees the light again, here's both my hands, and it should automatically flick over to side lights, which it has done, and just to show it again, cover the sensor, and the lights come back on. So what we'll do now is we'll simulate a nighttime locking of the van. So let me take the keys out of the ignition. The headlights are turned off, but the coming home feature has activated the coming home leaving lights. We lock the van. It's locked, and after a few moments, and again this is down to the timing function, your lights then turn off, and then just to prove the point, I will unlock the van with the sensor open, and the lights should just do nothing. And there you go. So that's the auto headlights that we fitted into this T5. Works on a whole range of T5s, T5.1s, Golfs, Passats, etc, etc. But remember to follow that other video to show us what headlight switches you've got. Any questions, just give us a shout. Link to the product is in the description, so just click it, and we'll zip one out to you. Thanks very much.